Hello, good day, konnichiwa. My name is Abellafaiza. I am from Nizamia, Andalusia, and today I'm going to tell you guys the tale of Kagome, who is pretty much the most prettiest princess of Japan that was found in a bamboo stalk. That is very weird, but let's just get to the story. So the story begins with this old, very humble bamboo cutter. He cuts bamboos every day so he can provide for his wife. So they're living a humble life, but the thing is, they don't have a child, which is sad. So one day, he was actually cutting bamboos, minding his business. Suddenly, he accidentally cut one of the bamboos. Suddenly it started glowing, and there was a child inside. A child inside the bamboos. Oh my God. And you may be asking, but Danica, that's a bamboo. There's no way a newborn child could even fit in. Well, to answer that, she's as big as a palm. She's just like Thumbelina, but she's not as big as a thumb, but she's as big as a palm, as your palm. So then the man freaks out, brings the child home, hoping that he can at least finally get a child. Which is honestly a weird idea because he just brings the child home without questioning anything. But when he goes back home, he shows the child to his wife. His wife looks at the child and went, "Oh my God, this is a gift from the heavens. I can finally raise a child, even though she's pretty small." Well, don't you worry, because probably like 2 days later, the child actually grew to an actual baby. Oh God. So you may be thinking, okay, Danica, so I'm guessing this child is not a normal human because she literally came from a bamboo and she grew 2 days into a normal sized baby when she was a palm size. And the answer is, you'll be right. But you'd be slightly shocked if I tell you that 3 months later, this baby became a full-grown adult. Oh God. Yeah, she became a full-grown adult. She was really beautiful. Just really beautiful, to be honest. Everyone found her really beautiful. And when one day they decided to give her a name finally, instead of just calling her Little Bamboo or Princess, they gave her the name Kagome, which means moonlight, because a lot of people say her face is like as bright as the moonlight because it's just beautiful. And I forgot to mention that whenever the bamboo cutter cuts the bamboo out, he finds gold nuggets inside. And at the end, he decided he should provide for his daughter and buy a huge mansion in the city, which makes his daughter a noblesse, which makes her a noblesse. So, wow. And honestly, as a noblesse, you're supposed to marry someone so you can become more richer, just to provide your life. And when she does, a lot of people wanted to marry her. As I mentioned earlier, Kagome is just very beautiful. Kage is just very beautiful. Just wow. So a lot of men wanted to marry her so badly, just so badly. But then there were these 5 men who were suitors, who were way richer than her, who were like the top tier husband, who wanted to marry her. But the thing is, Kagome doesn't want to marry them either. As all of them said, they all told Kagome that she is worth anything in this planet. She would be worth it for anything. Even if it's something that's impossible to find, she's worth it. So she says, okay, fine. I'll ask you guys to get me these items that you say. So here's what she does. She asks the first guy to get her the begging bowl of Buddha, so it's actually supposed to be glowing. The second one, she asked them to get a golden branch that is covered in jewels on top of an island that is haunted. The third one, she told them to get, I don't know about that one, but the third one was pretty cool. The third one, she told them to get a Chinese a fire Chinese mouse. It says silk. Oh God. The fourth one, she asked to get a jewel from a dragon that's living in the sea. And the fifth one, she asked to get a shell of a bird that's on top of the highest mountains in Japan. So they all agreed. And when the first, second, and third came back, they came back with the fake items. How does she know? Well, as I mentioned earlier, the baking soda Buddha was actually supposed to glow, but it didn't glow, so it was fake. The second one wasn't really caught fake. It was found that it was commissioned by someone else because the person who commissioned it came back and said that the person didn't pay it. What a mean guy. The third one was fake because it was actually not supposed to be burned in fire. Like, it wasn't really, it's like flame resistance, but it burned in fire, so it was fake. The fourth one and fifth one, however, were unlucky. The fourth one gave up, and the fifth one died. So this whole princess got the attention of the emperor. Whoa! And the emperor, when he saw Kagome, he was like, oh my god, she is so beautiful. She has to be mine. So he goes up to her and says, hello Kagome, I am the emperor, and I would love you till the end of my whole life. You are so beautiful. I want you to be my lady-in-waiting, my wife, and I will provide you with anything. And Kagome says, no, but we can still be friends. Friendzone was a thing back then, kids. Remember that. So anyway, you kind of be wondering, this kid is definitely not from Earth. And with that, you'll be right. Because turns out Kagome was from the moon. And then one day, she found out that she has to go back to the moon. Go back to the moon, become the princess there, and just the end. But the emperor didn't allow that, so he asked like all his guards to guard her place. They guarded her place so Kagome won't leave. But the moon isn't gonna let that, so they just all blinded her. They just blinded the soldiers. They were all blinded, they were screaming, and then after that, they went up to Kagome. The moon people went up to Kagome and says, hello, are you ready yet? She responds saying, hold up, and just runs all the way back, gets a pencil, gets a pen. Actually, no, gets an ink, gets a paper, and then after that writes down a letter to her parents saying that she will miss them, and I'm sorry if I forget you guys. And then she brings the elixir of life and puts it on the table. She walks back to them, and then the people of the moon gave her a beautiful feather coat to wear. She wore it, and then she forgot all her love for humanity. And she flies to the moon. Princess Kagome, the queen of the moon, the princess, the goddess of the moon, and was also known as the beautiful noblesse down at Earth. What a beautiful story, everyone. And a very unlogical one at some point. But anyway, thank you so much for listening to the story, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope you enjoyed it.